And good morning, everyone. Welcome back to NeelyFX. My name is Michael Neely, and this is the channel where I talk about foreign exchange trading, prop firm trading, making money, trading in general, and also building expert advisors for MetaTrader 4, MetaTrader 5 platforms so we can become better traders. Excuse me. So with that, let's go ahead and get into what we can do when trading goes wrong. It's called losing money. That's called risk, and you need to know about it. It goes something like this. This channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute trading or financial advice. I'm a professional trader, not a broker, trading my own capital. I do not solicit funds, manage client accounts, nor do I hold CFTC or NFA registration at this time. Forex trading is highly speculative with a high risk of losing some or all of your investment capital. Only trade with funds you can comfortably afford to lose. And here's the CFTC risk disclosure. Forex trading carries a high degree of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. The high degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. Before trading Forex, consider your investment objectives, experience, and risk appetite. You could sustain a loss of some or all of your investment capital. So with that, let's go ahead and I guess the best thing to talk about next is me. We'll talk about me some more because I'm fun to talk about. Here we have the things I've launched so far. I'm still working on about 5 or 6 of them. But we have the Bollinger Band Mean Reversion Pro for MetaTrader 5 and Bollinger Band and Mean Reversion Pro for MetaTrader 4 all right here. I need to change that, change the description in there and make that higher so it will rank higher. So these are the ones I've got so far. I've got 51 downloads on FIBO trend continuation zones, which is a fun little EA, a fun little indicator rather. We're still building out the EA for it that will actively trade as soon as we get some more research done. And then we have the Bollinger Band Mean Reversion Pro for MetaTrader 5 and Bollinger Band RSI Mean Reversion Pro for MetaTrader 4. They all have about 11 and 10 downloads apiece, so that's without advertising them at all, so which is very interesting about that. We also, if you can see, I've been hard at work on some other things. So it's Algo Forge right there, provided by MQL5. If you have ever seen GitHub, then that is something that you'll know that we're working on, and something I'm super excited about. I'll go ahead and bring this one over here. I am also Michael Neely 77, and this is my latest repo. Where'd it go? Oh, well, so I've got that in this morning, 2 contributions this morning on the 9th. And my repos are right over here. My latest one is the Schwab Signal Engine. So that is a private repo. That's something that I'm working on. That's also the backbone for my site, Trading Forex for Profit. So that's the 2 things I've got going on right now. That is in Laravel. And as you can see, I've got my Laravel t-shirt on. So with that, I guess now is a good time to talk about Trading Forex for Profit. So let's talk about my website a little bit more. First, let's log in. You can either start free, or better yet, let's go back. You can either start free or log in. I'm going to log in since I've already started for free since I built it, and it was not free for me to build. And I'm still floating the costs on that until I can get some more things going on. So we have this going on right here. We have the, as all entrepreneurs do, we have you can load your accounts right here, load your single account. If you're free, if you come in free, you can load 1 account. I've got multiple accounts loaded because I own it and I can put as many accounts in there as I want, because that's what unlimited accounts means. You can also put in your account activity for deposit, withdrawal, payout, adjustment, fee, commission, swap, and everything that is in the headings or in the, any fee that you may incur, fee or the other end. It says I have a closed trade P&L of $1,300. Oh yeah, that's in the MetaTrader, the Maze Trader Cup for audacitycapital.com. That's no longer valid because that account, 1, it's over, and I don't think they are open to American traders anymore. Because every time I try, I get declined. My card declines for some reason, and that's then my cards. If I'm going to use a card, I'm going to make sure it works before I put it in there. Let's go ahead and put this back up here. So I'm looking at an ad for Gordon Ramsay's stuff on X. But here's the calculator. You can check out your risk calculations, and then also you put this in here too. That'll is an additional buffer to whether or not you want to trade. I'm not sure if that applies on the calculator though, because I'm rethinking this whole thing a little bit because if you're in the high impact advisory act is active, and then it's going to alter how you trade. And it's implying that the brokerage account is connected to this platform, and the brokerage account is not connected to this platform, probably never will be, because it's a journal. It's built to be a journal. So you can have a planned trade or a missed trade on the first two, because we always plan our trades, and then we move to the closed missed trades, the open trades when we execute the trade, and the closed trades after it's done. And that'll also, if you upload your history right here, your trading history, through import trades, you can do that by CSV. Then it does require a few technical skills. I'll put out a video on this one day as soon as I get some time to do that, on how to set up the CSVs. And it's super easy, believe it or not. Then you can check out your account, your trading performance right here. So you can see mine's not all that great. That's also, those numbers have changed a little bit more. It's actually not that bad anymore. I had a really good week last week. And market pulse is right here. You can check out, see what the strongest pulses are. Right now, the currency, right now, everything is off. Oh, it goes to the public page. Okay, right now, everything is off. And then you've got the economic calendar and pairs and settings. And you come down here to billing, and you can see we have the 3 different ways to do this. You can come in for free with one account, basic risk calculator, and then the free trade journal, and then the pro version is $19 per month, and then you have the full analytics and advisory system, and then premium we have the $39 per month with everything in pro, premium news, and premium macro commentary with advanced analytics and archives. So thinking about taking the basic risk calculator and just making that a free feature on the public page, making it for a public page for that. I think that may work. But at any rate, let's go ahead and get into the public site, and we'll take a look and see what's going to happen this week as far as, well, come on, as far as the economic calendar goes. Oh, we'll do it in this one. Well, hold on, let's come in here. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Better yet, let's go back and do it the other way. Dashboard, and then we'll look at it, the economic calendar right here. So here we go. We have the economic calendar for Monday. We have Japan is having a bank holiday, so we're not going to have a whole lot of intervention or anything going on Monday, so that's good. On Tuesday, August the 11th, we have the rate decision from Australia. They're expected to, I think, hold at 4.35. RBA monetary statement coming out after that. And then the rate statement after that. They have all sorts of statements. And then the RBA press conference. They got a lot to talk about. And then we have the US CPI from month to month. Yay! Inflation information for the United States. That'll be handy. And the CPI for year to year. And then the inflation expectations for New Zealand. After that, we have the Great British Pound GDP coming out. Yikes! There's been a big pound sell-off this week. It's like the traders are setting up for a rebound on that. So that would be nice. They're forecasted to do 0.4%. I think that is up from 0.1%, if I remember correctly. And we have GDP month to month is down. And then the U3 unemployment rate for the United States at 202%. That's not true. That's not true at all. This whole thing is not true right there. August the 13th. I need to get that out of there. PPI coming out on the 13th also. If we had 202% of employment, that'd be great. I mean, unemployment, that'd be horrible. It means we'd have to go find some more people to make them unemployed. We also have the Australian Governor Bullock speaks. Bullock, not Bollocks, Bullock. I'm sure he dealt with a lot of that in school. And then Friday the 14th, no, almost, but not quite Friday the 13th, but Friday the 14th. I think Friday the 13th is next month. We have retail sales for the United States, preliminary University of Michigan consumer sentiment, and then inflation expectations from inflation expectation from the inflation expectations from the University of Michigan. And this is all powered by EURGBP. So by all means, if you're a developer and looking for economic data, this is a great place to get that. Although I'm not sure why the U3 employment data is in there. Need to remove that one pronto. Otherwise, that's all we've got so far on the economic calendar for this next week. Let's look at some charts, see what's going on. Okay, so 65,023 is where Bitcoin is hanging out. That is right at the top end of its range right now. It's got a kind of a bearish flat, pardon me, a bullish flag taking place right there. We'll see if it can continue because it does have this great big bunch of resistance right there. I'm not a crypto guy, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot more time on that. Dollar versus the, US 10-year bond yield is down to 4.64%. That's still much higher than anybody would like it. Anybody that's a consumer would like it. Anybody that's not a millionaire that would like it, because it means the financing rates on everything is going up. And that's not what we really like to hear or see. In Japan, same thing, except a lot faster. The Japanese 10-year bond yield is going up considerably more. As a matter of fact, let's look at the yen, yen carry trade right here. We have the US 10 and the Japanese 10 right here on the same chart. They are going up and they're getting closer and closer, but the yen carry trade is not breaking down yet. It's still corporations can still, people with a lot of money, whoever's got that money, can still earn 1.1% just by sitting on their hands and doing nothing. Actually, more than that. It's 1.9%. So they can just put their money, they can take their yen, convert it to dollars, and then do some little magic there. Or you can trade the dollar versus the yen. I'll be bullish on the dollar versus the yen. And then that would also do the same thing where you could make money doing it. That's why the dollar versus the yen has been on a major bull market for the past decade or so. But it hasn't crossed yet. When these two cross, then you're going to be looking at some economic mayhem. But for now, let's go ahead and look at some other things. What's next is the euro versus the Great British Pound right here. Looks like the euro is making some gains on the pound, but it's running into some resistance at 85.6. See if that can continue. DXY 99.6, 99.6. Look at all these lines I got on that. Hard to see what's going on here. 99.6, and it is just kind of hanging out. Not really seeing any direction of the last week. Euro versus the dollar. Again, not much direction since this is going to be the backwards mirror to the DXY, since it constitutes 56.7% of the DXY, something like that. Somewhere around there. If you hear chirping in the background, that is Henry, the Forex trading parakeet. He is giving me commentary on what's going on. He also wants to hear another record. The pound versus the yen is right there at 134.9. He's our little pet, so I love him. 134.9, just shy of 135. See if that can come down. I didn't see a whole lot of bearish activity on that one, come to think of it. However, we do see bearish activity coming up. Dollar versus the Swissy. 80.79, just kind of hanging out. Not really going anywhere. Dollar versus the yen. Very interesting case here for 158 being a good entry price for the dollar versus the yen. That is a solid rejection candle for the week, or weekly rejection, a bullish rejection, reversal candle actually. So I would consider coming in at 158. I'll probably try that again, 158.10, somewhere around in there. And we've got the same thing, sort of, it's a pin candle for the pound versus the yen. So it totally rejected, dropping to 212.49, and then drop lower than that. Low is on that is 209.57. Yes, I did make money on that trade as soon as I saw the U.S. Employment data coming out. They lost 53,000 jobs, added 30,000 on the or so on the private sector side, but lost 53,000 government jobs. It's debatable whether that's it's good or bad. I think it's good. I think we need smaller government. And then after that, we'll go down to the euro versus the pound, or euro versus the yen. Not really going anywhere hard, but again, it's a pretty solid rejection candle of anything less than 181.28. So that may be the next zone that's building, the next support zone that's building. That would be a solid zone to pick. 181.28 on the pound. Making a mental note of that. We're looking at support being at 212.42. Right now it's at 212.88. 213.10 might be my entry on that. And again, that is not trading advice. That is merely my opinion and probably what I'm going to do. And you don't want to do what I do because you've already seen my numbers. Canadian versus the yen, 113.17. Yen, pretty solid. And again, all of them kind of rejected the yen dropping down below that. So big rejection day on the the whole yen carry trade falling apart deal is a complete rejection right now. The market's not buying it. We'll see what happens at tonight's opening. Crude oil, NYMEX crude oil at 78.18. Dollar versus the CAD at 139.42. Aussie versus the dollar, there at 0.706. And then after that, we get into the precious metals. Big day, big week for gold this past week. 43.41. Big upcoming candle on that. Platinum, same thing. Platinum's coming back after a couple of weeks. Palladium, right there. And then we have the silver, my favorite. Hello, silver, at 63.59. Usually they'll let Henry fly around about this time, but not having it this morning. We got 102.69 for the U.S. software sector. See who had a big week this past week. HubSpot did not have a big week, like that giant red candle. So, oh yeah, they had they're having some weird things going on with their stock. A non-margin of 20%, margin, non-GAP income, 165 million, free cash flow, 168 million, cash flow buybacks. So they've got, they're buying back a lot of shares, $500 million in shares, and a $1 billion repurchase authorization, AI efficiency guidance. So it's a lot of weird things going on with HubSpot. I wouldn't necessarily call that a buy yet. Salesforce going up. GoDaddy kind of sort of trying to go up. Stakeholder impact report, responsible governance and operations, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Adobe right here, 265. So at some point you get away from the capitalist part, you start leading into the weird part of running a company. Upwork right there. I mean, the founder's long since been gone out of GoDaddy. There's no telling what's going on with that. Matter of fact, he may not even be alive anymore. I don't know. Mag 7. Big week for the Mag 7 ETF. That's going gangbusters. Google right there, not going gangbusters. Amazon, again, finding a top right there. Mag 7 ETF is, it's only been around since October 2023. Wow, 23 years old. Big pullback. It's almost cyclical. Look at a pullback around December. Another pullback happening around December. And we might get a little bit more of a run up, and then you want to be out of that by December, I think. That's what it sounds like. Google. Not a big week for Google. Amazon. Not a big week for Amazon either. We made up some gains on Friday. Let's see. Meta is coming off a little bit. Microsoft, just under $500 a share, $499.99. That might be a buy. It might be having some neat stuff going on there. Might be, I don't know. Not trading advice, just my opinion. Just look at the chart. Nvidia, they always have some neat stuff going on. Let's see if there's still that whole AI trade is still going on. Looks like it is. Tesla right there, and SpaceX right there. Big, huge week for SpaceX. That would have been a huge buy right there if you come in at 109. But I mentioned that, did not do it. Again, I'm not sure what's going on with that. But huge week for it's up. a chunk. But at any rate, that is about all I've got for today. I think I covered everything. Covered what I'm working on, covered economic data, covered stocks, some stocks that I'm kind of sort of watching, and then with my Schwab account, I'll get into show you the application and how it works. Once we get it built, I'm not quite sure what we're doing with it yet. But with that, that is all I've got for now. You guys have a great one. I will talk with you later. Don't forget to check out Michael Boutrose's video at the or tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. He'll be talking about the all the technical outlook for Forex and other things. And with that, that is about all I got. So you guys have a great one. I'll talk with you later. Bye.